behind us. We are going to be doing a lot of testing today, testing a bunch of different stoves. And I have everything from like an alcohol stove right here, another alcohol stove, and I have another stove right here, and I have another stove if we get time for this one. So picking out the right stove can be an issue. Let me go ahead and bring this down a little bit. I don't like it being so high. Let's see. There we go. Actually, can I do this? No. What if I do this? Hide video, flip camera, create highlights. Okay. Honestly, I don't know how to change the camera. All right. Well, the first thing that we're going to start off with, let's go ahead and again bring the camera a little bit closer. And we're going to be testing a bunch of different stoves. So the first one that we are going to look at is the Grand Wing Pro. This stove right here. You can get it for like $17, $18 on DutchBarber.com. It's a old-fashioned stove that was created about like 7 years ago. And this weighs, again, this is an alcohol stove right here. It's really durable. This one weighs 20 ounces, 0.7 ounces. Oh, sorry, 20 grams and 0.7 ounces. So under 1 ounce, okay? And we're going to go ahead and put some alcohol in this right here. And I like to do it on top of this, because what I plan on doing is turning off the lights so you can actually see how well the flame actually occurs. And you're going to notice when it's on this right here. Hey, what up there, T-Bird? We're testing out some alcohol stoves. So this is pretty flat. It is a little bump, but there's a couple problems with this stove right here. This is Grand Wing Pro. So we're going to put in just a half of an ounce of alcohol in here. Okay. Where is my ounces? Okay, so we're going to put in a half an ounce. Drip it in there. And you should probably be doing this outside, but it's okay. I have a fire extinguisher, so we should be decently okay. And we're going to fill this up to 8 ounces. And I'm using a titanium cup right here. It's the Toaks 550 milliliter. And let me measure. Let's see. It's actually kind of hard without all the light. Okay, that's about a cup right there. It's easier if I look over here. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more. We don't want to be cheating anything. Okay, that's 8 ounces. So that's 1 cup. All right. So we're going to dump this in. And let me change the camera view on this so you can get a nice little better look at this. Okay. Turning around, flipping the camera. All right. Because I really want to show this bloom. For those who've never seen an alcohol stove like this before. Changing the camera right now. So if you're just tuning in, welcome. We are testing some alcohol stoves. Okay. And I got a little timer right here. So as soon as I start this, I'll hit the timer, okay? And now when I dump this in here, I'm going to spill a little bit on the side. This is going to actually help it bloom a little bit faster and kind of give you a close-up. So the alcohol is going to go in here and kind of soak on, like kind of go like and soak in on the sides, and then you're going to see it almost bloom, come up through inside, and it's going to create it into a little vapor. And that vapor is going to produce little flames coming out here, and it actually boils really fast the way that this thing's built. And you might ask, what is this right here? Well, this is this fire resistant material on here that allows it to actually prime a lot faster. This is really helpful in cold weather. So once that water becomes, well, once the alcohol becomes a vapor, it's going to become very flammable. So we're dumping in there, and then I'm going to spill a little bit on the side, okay? This is going to help it bloom, okay? Now, if I was outside, I'd be a little bit more careless, but seeing that I'm indoors, I want to be pretty cautious about it, all right? So we're going to light this, and you're going to see it just, the flame just tick right up, okay? And we're going to crush the lights, okay? So you can actually see it going right now, right? And let me actually turn on, can I turn on this light? Let's see, can I turn on a flash? Trying to figure out. Okay, so it's going right now, and it's trying to come into a boil. There we go. So I think I can hit the light now. Okay. So it's almost in a boil. You see it start to bloom right on the sides. This is exactly what you want, okay? So we got a little bit blooming over here. It becomes like almost like a giant, whoa. See, I almost just dumped this everywhere. Okay, we're still waiting for it to bloom. And as soon as it blooms, we're gonna put the water right on here. We're still waiting. It's in a boil. Maybe if I don't know, block it, try to heat it up a little bit faster. Everything's really cold. It's not lighting all the way. There it goes, okay? All right, now you have a bloom. Now we're gonna go ahead and place this on here, and then we'll start the timer. There you go. All right, and let me show you a couple of views of this. So you can actually see the flame coming off around the side, okay? That's actually really good. And you can kind of see on the side right here that this flame is actually coming off too much. You want all the flame on a flat surface hitting the metal. You don't like it if it's coming off to the side, but that's blooming really well. Okay, let me put it back right here. And this will start to make some noise shortly. We're at one minute. I'm not used to the camera filming like straight up and down. I'm used to it like filming more sideways. So this might be a little bit more difficult for me to film this. But right now it's blooming, it's creating the flame, and you can actually start to see a little fog. Not so much. There's a little steam coming out of there. If I put my hand right over that little hole, I can actually feel it. It's really hot. And the thing about the Grand Weenie Pro, this type of model, I think it's called like the batch model. It's some guy created it about 7 years ago, and it sets up such a flame coming from all sides. It boils fast. So let me move the mic so you can actually hear this. So you're probably hearing some noise right now. That's the water already starting to turn into a boil. When that thing starts moving and steaming, I'll actually cut the time. But you can hear it, can't you? Let me put the mic back on. But it's pretty close to a boil right now. We're at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And again, I'm doing this in the dark just so you guys can actually see more of a flame. I think you can kind of see some steam coming off in the camera a little bit. We're almost at a full boil right now. And again, we only used a half of, you see it shaking? See it shaking? And that's the one thing I don't like about the Grand Weeny Pro. It has a low base. Alright, as soon as I start seeing the, okay, we're going to cut it right there. Oh, and we just made enough of a boil. That was 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and the flame just went out. I don't know if you were able to catch that, but the flame just went out. Right, so this right here is a little hot, so you're gonna be pretty cautious, like when you're picking this up. And we're gonna do another test. Let me go ahead and turn on the light now. All right. I'm not a big fan of using the Grand Weeny Pro. Okay, we'll put that water right over there. And you can actually pick this up on the side. If I touch the metal, the aluminum part, it's actually really hot. So, and like, yeah, you can actually see all that steam come out. All right, so that was test number 1. We're gonna use this stove right here. This is a Fancy Feast stove. This one's pretty popular. I bought this one on Etsy, and this is the Fancy Feast, like the little kit can with a tomato base, and then they put this little like film in here that it's like a fire resistant, so it never catches on fire. So you can go ahead and put a flame to it, and it's not gonna catch on fire. Let me dump out this water right here, and then we can perform the next test. Okay. So 1 second. I'm just gonna dump this out. Oh, that's hot. Okay. All right. Okay, next test. All right. Okay, this is still kind of warm. I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes to cool back down. Okay. Still a little warm right here. Want it to cool down. I could just use another cup, but this is a different size cup. They look the same, but they're not. This one weighs about 3 ounces. This one weighs about 2 ounces. And this one has a big dent on it too. Okay. That's pretty good. We're going to add a little bit more water in here. And if you have any questions, just let me know. We're going to put 8 ounces of water in here. I'm going to come on the side. I can actually see the light in here a little bit better. There we go. So I hope everyone's having a good work week so far. I know I am. Students are back. We're having fun. Doing a lot of intro stuff. A lot of co-op stuff. And, you know, the students haven't seen each other in, like, forever. Well, when I say forever, for about 2 months. So it's nice that they get back together and get to play a little bit more. Okay, back to the test. All right, so we have this little 1 ounce. And we're going to go ahead and dump some more alcohol in here. And we're going to test out this other stove. Okay. Table, look at for fluid ounces. Okay. Fill that up halfway. Okay, all right. That's a half right there. And this one, we can just dump straight in there, okay? Now, I haven't done this one in a long time. And a couple of the perks about this one. So, this one, you don't need a stand. Just like the Grand Winnie Pro. You just put the your cooking pot right on top. So, there's perks about that. And you can actually see the little holes, like where it blooms on this one. And the flame will come out around here and also through the bottom, but mainly on the outside, coming through these little holes. So let's go ahead and dump it in here. Now this one works a little bit better if you have kind of like a little spark. We're just gonna aim it in and woo! You see that thing take off? Now the beauty about this, you can actually put your pot right on here. So let's reset the timer. And I'm gonna kill the lights so you can actually see it. There's a little flame going around right on the side over here. It's trying to go. Okay, looks like I still feel some heat right here, so I don't want to dump any more alcohol on top. That can be a mistake. You might not see a flame here, but the flame is invisible until it actually catches. So we're gonna wait a couple seconds. Okay, so no flame. Let's go ahead and add another ½ an ounce. All right. So that was kind of a failure. I was actually hoping that we could get a boil using a ½ an ounce. Again, we are doing a bunch of testing tonight. So we're going to put another ounce in here. Okay, now we've pretty much are going to put in a full ounce in here. Yes, it burned off a couple, a little bit. We're going to dump it in there. Let me go ahead and just put it on the outside too. There we go. So therefore I don't have to like light inside. Alright. Try this again. Boom. Okay. So we're seeing the flame going. Alright, now the sides are actually forming. Oh, look at that. That's actually forming really good now. That's taking right off. And look at that flame. Actually, wow. That is hot. So we're going to place it on here. And let's start the timer. This thing is actually taking off. So let me go ahead and show you the size of this one. This actually has a really nice consistent flame. It almost looks fake. Look at that. So again, what we're looking for is we're making sure that this is actually hitting a lot of the base. Okay, we don't want flames to come out. And that's a problem with one of my canisters that I have. My pot, whatever, the cups. It's too narrow and the flame actually goes around. But you can see this flame is actually perfect, and that is really consistent right there. All right, let me bring the camera back down on this. And we're at 1 minute. So on this, we actually have a full ounce of alcohol in here. And we're trying to boil 8 ounces, which is a full cup. And so far, so good. A couple things that I do like about it. You don't need a stand. What I mean, a stand is like something to place your alcohol stove on it. You can actually just use that as its own stand. If you want to, if you're out in like outside, you can use a screen that goes around it. But we're inside a closed room with no wind going, so we don't have anything to worry about as far as the wind being a factor. Oh, I'm starting to hear some bubbles. All right, I'm moving the mic close to it so you can actually hear the noise start to boil. So that sound that you're hearing is the water starting to boil in here. It's getting louder and louder. So this is actually going really fast. We're at 2 minutes, okay? The other one was what, 3 minutes and I think like 13 seconds, I think, or okay, starting to shake a little bit. I'm gonna wait for the steam to come all the way up before I turn off the clock. And we're using almost double the alcohol for this one. Okay. Okay, I'm calling it right now. That's enough steam. Because we should have, yep. So we got plenty of bubbles going on, okay? So 2 minutes and 37 seconds. I'm gonna let this boil out. And we can, actually, I kind of wish that I was timing how long it actually would last for. Maybe I'll do that a different test. Okay, so we'll just erase this for now. All right, this is actually too hot for me to grab because the flame is actually coming on the outside. Let me go ahead and hit the lights. Okay, we're gonna test another alcohol stove in just one moment. I'm gonna try to blow this out. Oh, look at that. It's even hard to blow out. Did you see me try to blow that out? Let me go ahead and turn off the lights so you can see that, okay? Look at that. That is powerful. Here, we're going to show this off a little bit more. That's actually a really nice perk that I like about this stove. Pretty wind resistant. Let's see if we can bring the camera down a little bit lower. Okay. Alright. Again, we're still using the same alcohol. Now I'm going to give it a good blow. Yeah. That's pretty strong. I'm actually really impressed by that. I know it seems, I mean, for the average viewer, like, this might not, like, come up to you as, like, anything special, but that can withstand a lot of wind. That's good to know about that stove. And again, I bought this one on Etsy. This one's actually a really nice one. I think, again, it was only like $12, $15. Pretty cheap. Okay. This should be hot. Yep, nice and hot. So I'll have to grab something. Here we go. We'll use this. All right. I'm going to go dump this out, and then we'll go ahead and perform another test. 1 second. All right, that worked out really well. Let's see how hot this is. Okay, so this, I'm feeling this, and it's pretty hot. Not like burning hot, like I'm able to hold it. Definitely don't want to touch that part right there. But this is still very warm right here. All right, we're gonna do another test, okay. So we still have the rocks, and we have my favorite stove over here. This is the one that I've been using for a long time. And for giggles, let's go ahead and weigh some of these, okay? This will let you know what we're working with, okay? All right, okay. This alcohol stove weighs let me get the camera fixed up so you guys can see a little bit better. 1.1 ounces, okay? That's pretty ultra light. and we tested. Let me fix the camera. We already tested the Grand Winnie Pro. That's showing up as 0.68 ounces. And then we're going to test this one right now. This one weighs the lightest 0.39 ounces. So this is actually my favorite stove. But this one requires a base. So, like, I can't just put the cup right on top of this one versus these ones right here. I can just put the cup right there. It can start to boil. Okay. Same with this one. This one requires a stand. And here's my stand. I bought it and then I modified it. And the reason why I modified it, because it came up a couple more inches. And this is about 2 inches. And it was about another, so it came up about 3 inches. And when you get ready to boil water, when you have this thing set up, you only want about an inch of a space from your stove and from like the little air gap and then to the surface of whatever you're catching on fire. That's what I like. After doing all this testing, and I did a ton of testing in here. Let's see, out west stuff. Let's see, I did a bunch of boils in here. Water filters. Yeah, look, see, I just kept on doing different tests. And what came out to be the best test is when it was only 1 inch of an air gap. Okay, so we're going to test this one now. Let me bring the camera down a smidge so you guys can see a little bit better. And this one is actually my favorite. Okay. So again, this one weighs, with this and the alcohol stove, it weighs 0.9, 0.9, okay? Grand Winnie, 0.7. Fancy Feast and Tomato, 1.1. So this one's right in the middle. Okay, and how this one works is, oh, still got some dirt from it last time. Get that dirt out. Every ounce counts, man. Now let's wait. Okay. I'm serious. We're gonna weigh that. Yes, 0.84. Even better. I knew it. Not much. Okay. So we're going to put, let me take this thing off. All right. We are going to go ahead and put an ounce of, well, half an ounce of fluid in here. Okay. And this is what I typically do on my nights off. But yet you get to join me and actually see what I do live. So let me get everything pre-ready so we don't miss out on anything. We're going to fill this cup up to 8 ounces. Okay. Want to make sure I can see the 8 ounce mark. Okay, that's 8 ounces. All right. Okay. Now we're going to take the alcohol, dump it right in here. All right. And this one's actually really easy to light. You can light it right now, or you can actually put this thing on first. I'll show you like how I typically do it when I'm out backpacking. I usually put that on first, and right there's your flame. Okay, let me go ahead and kill the lights so you can actually see the flame existing. I'm looking for the top for this. Will that top work? Yeah. Okay. So this flame is already going, and we don't have to wait for it to prime because it's already pre-primed, just like that. So we'll put that right on there, and we'll start the clock. Okay. This one takes a little bit longer. You can see that the flame isn't as hardcore. It's actually kind of just chilling. Actually, it's actually not that bad. Usually I get a little bit more of a flame. Yeah, like it's actually, so to me that's almost using all your maximum fuel. See how that flame is going up? None of it is going on the outside. Unlike the other ones. The other ones, you'll see the flame come out on the outside and it's wasting some of the energy. All the energy, all that flame energy is going straight into that cup. So you're using every single drop of alcohol on this flame right here. Now it looks like I could maybe adjust the cup a little bit. Oh, it sounds like my neighbors are yelling. Unless their TV is on really loud. Okay, so that's actually looking pretty good. Now this one's going to take a little bit longer than the other ones. And we're okay with that. We're at 1 minute and like 50 seconds. Yeah, this one just takes a little bit longer. It's slow, but it's so consistent. And I'm going to show you like little things that I really like about this stove right here. I mean, they all have their own like little thing. Just like this one right here, we noticed that it was a quick boil. 2 minutes and 31 seconds. This was 3 minutes and 13 seconds. So this one's actually taking a long time. Okay. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We don't even hear the boiling yet. So that's good to know. That's a good little note. And yes, I am safe. I got a little fire extinguisher right over there. Almost 3 minutes. It's kind of funny to me. Like, this is what I do at nighttime. Josmik, she's always like, Billy, what are you doing? Oh. Okay. All right. We're starting to hear some boil. Okay. Starting to hear. You hear it? It's starting to make some noise. Yeah, it's picking up now. And again, this was only a half an ounce of alcohol. Okay, this one's picking up good. And looks like the flame's coming up a little bit too much on the side. I should probably move this a little bit over. This might be a little too hot for me now. Okay, looking good so far. Again, we still don't even have a boil. Oh, we got some steam going. I think we might have it. I'm gonna lift it. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we'll say 4 minutes and 35 seconds. And we got a boil. Now, I'm gonna let this thing boil out because, again, I want to show off how long this flame lasts. We only put a half an ounce of alcohol in here. And it's still going for 5 minutes. This is a half an ounce. This utilizes alcohol so well for an alcohol stove. I haven't done a review on it, and trust me, I'm getting to the point where I have to do a review. I'm gonna do a review on actually all these stoves right here. But if you notice in the past summer, what one I used the most, it was this one right here. It to me, it just works so good. And I like the base. Like this one right here, I used it for about 7 years. But whenever this would boil, it would start to shake and my water would tip off or like the alcohol would spill and a flame would be all over the place. It was a nuisance. And you're like, well, just find a flat spot. Well, it's easy to find a flat spot if you're on like a table, but you're not supposed to do an alcohol stove on a table. So you try to find a spot on the ground, and all it takes is like a little twig or grass that's, like a little uneven or anything, and it will go ahead and start affecting your, as soon as it goes to a boil, it starts shaking. Okay, I'm really impressed right now. We're at 6 minutes and 35 seconds with only a half an ounce of alcohol in here. If we make it to 7 minutes, y'all better go ahead and hit that thumbs up because this stove is pretty amazing. That's ridiculous. It's still going. 7 minutes, you better hit that thumbs up. That's a monster boil right there. Jeez, it's still going. It's still going. I know, like, the average person is kind of like, well, this is kind of stupid. Like, just get a jet boil. Get your boil. Well, it utilizes so much alcohol. Like, I can take 5 ounces of alcohol with me on a full week of backpacking. I might use an ounce or half an ounce per day. And that would cover me for 5 days easily. It's still going too. That flame is still going. We just hit the 8-minute mark. 8 minutes of boiling. We still got a little flame. You can still kind of see it. And it's light, but it's still there. And it's still going, still going, still going, still going. Still going very lightly. You can still see the flame a little bit. And it is... it's still fighting. It's still trying to get that fire going. Are you going to last 9 minutes? Don't you dare. Don't. 901. That lasted 9 minutes and 1 second. And that is why I love that stove. No, probably don't want to touch this. It's probably super hot. This piece right here, Yeah, it's hot. Okay, it's hot, but it's not too bad. Let me go ahead and dump out this water, and I'm going to show you some more testing. Okay, that was impressive. 9 minutes with a half an ounce of alcohol. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple other things that I really enjoy about this. All right. So a little more. Okay. I'm going to probably need a little bit more alcohol for this if I want to keep on testing, which I do. So I use heat. That's my main, and you can find this pretty much anywhere, like any kind of like gas station. You can find it in all the stores. Walmart has it. Oh, it already has a hole. Good. All right. And I'm actually gonna do this in the sink so it doesn't spill everywhere. So I'll be right back. I'm just in the other room right now, just filling this thing up. Now I'll be right back. I probably could have done it out there, but who knows? With my luck, I would have probably spilled this all over the place. All right, good. Looks like we're filled up. That wasn't too bad, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple little features that I like about these stoves. So I'm just going to fill this up to 8 ounces again. Okay. All right. So, a couple things. First, we're going to go ahead and put some alcohol in this stove right here. This is a Grand Winnie Pro. Weighs like, I think like 7 ounces. And I'm just going to dump some in there. I'm not going to measure everything. I just want to show you. And then I kind of drip it on the side. And let's go ahead and light this. Okay, so right now we have a flame going on. I'll kill the light. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. I can probably kill the light if I turn on the light over here. Where's the light? Okay, turn this way, and should have, there we go, flash. Okay. All right. So, a couple things about this one right here. Once it gets going, you have to use all the alcohol. You can't go ahead and like blow it out and try to reuse it. Now, I bet I could probably put that around. You can see it start to bloom. So if I go to put this on top, ooh, that's actually working pretty good. So maybe using this little stand might make me want to reuse this. You're going to see how red this gets. This will actually get, oh, it already blew out. That's how fast that alcohol burns. And it's still going. You can actually still see it a little bit. Let me just blow it out. Okay. And I was going to demonstrate, but I got too amazed by how well that stand worked. Ow, that's hot. Okay. Okay, just doing a quick little test. All right. Whoa. Whoa, boiling. Okay. Okay. We're gonna light it. And this is my problem with this one. it's actually keeping up pretty good. That's actually working really well. Okay, so the flame came out. Can I relight it? Well, let's test it. Okay. I didn't think that was going to light that easy. We're going to see if there's any alcohol in here. Yep. Okay, so I just dumped out a little alcohol. We'll actually light it. Okay. So you can actually see the alcohol that spilled out of here. And there's still some alcohol residue inside. And I have to burn all this. That's why I'm not putting a whole lot for this test right here. Because there's a reason why I'm showing you this. Okay, keep it going. Come on. That should be good. I don't think there's any more. Well, prove me wrong again. The Graham Winnie Pro. But I did like this on top. That actually worked pretty good. I'm going to have to remember that. Okay. Let's move that off to the side. And we're going to use this one right here. So we're going to dump some in here. And I'm going to put some on the outside. Okay. So again, I can quickly just put it on top. And, oh, it actually went out a little bit. It should still work, though. Okay, looks like it's working. Just one side, though. So it should be soaking up everything. Oh, there we go. Here's the flame. It's going all the way around now. Okay. So we're going to blow this out because pretend like we got a boil. It's going to be tough to blow. This is a hot fire. Let me move the alcohol over here. Jeez. Okay, that's a tough one to blow out. We're going to see if there's any alcohol inside of it. And we're going to tilt it upside down. Okay, I don't think I see anything. We'll do the test over here. Ow, nothing. We'll light this again. Okay, so there's still some alcohol inside the little fire resistant stuff. That's a good flame though. Look at that. It's pretty impressive. Okay. So this fire is so powerful right here. I'm so impressed by this. It's almost scary how well it works. Look at that. Jeez, it's phenomenal. You can almost get a little smell from it. I don't know if that's the gas burning, the fuel, alcohol, or the little fire resistant stuff. Man, that thing burns hot. Jeez. Man, that's burn hot. Okay. I'm going to wait till this thing goes out. Wow. It's pretty wild. Because I'm blowing inside, which the alcohol is becoming a vapor. It's pushing it out. Wow, it's just crazy how that fire just moves. It's almost like that movie Backdraft. I guess you gotta be kind of old to know what movie that is. Old Kurt Russell movie. I think some of the what is it? Baldwin brothers were in it. I think one of them. Still going. I can still see some flame in there. All right. Okay. This thing's pretty hot. Hot. Put in my hand. Okay. And this test right here. Okay. And this is why I like this one. Just watch. Okay, I didn't put in a whole lot, as you just witnessed. So I go light it. And say I get my boil. Oh, I got my boil. Okay. But I still have a flame. I still gotta wait the whole 9 minutes. No, you don't. Just blow it out. Seal it up. When you come back, let's go ahead and redo it. That's why I like this one right here, because it actually will keep the alcohol. So I blow it out. The flame is completely gone. Put this on top. We go down hiking down the trail. Now I want my coffee. Let's go ahead and do my coffee. And this is why I'm really liking this stove right here. This is called Hot Flame. Again, I bought this one on Etsy too. And I just really like this. Now, I will say, if the alcohol is in here, and if you plan on like, okay, I'm gonna like just keep alcohol in here, it's not gonna work like that, because alcohol will go ahead and evaporate. This isn't sealed tight, so, but it will go ahead and keep the alcohol. So if the flame does go out, if you're done using it, you can still use it. You just gotta be mindful of the fact that it is a liquid that evaporates really fast. Yeah. So I'm gonna light this one and see if this actually still has anything in it. Nothing. Go ahead and light this one. Nothing. Okay. All right. Cool stuff. Cool stuff, people. That's cool stuff. Let me go ahead and hit the lights. All right, well, it is getting kind of late. I do want to test out these right here. These are the bricks right here. I didn't know if I would have enough time, but I'll test these out like sometime like maybe next week or something. But these are actually kind of fun. You put like, let me blow that flame out. Like you put like alcohol, you actually soak these in alcohol, and you can actually see it soaking up pretty fast. And then you light these, then you can actually put this right on top. But I'm not going to do the whole test tonight. I'll do it some other night, because I'm actually making a ton of these videos. Yeah, it's a little fun things. And then plus, we also want to compare it maybe next time with this little stove right here, little camp stove. Okay, flame's still going. Yeah, buddy. Let's see if this still has some alcohol in it. Yep. Look at that. That flame is still going too. I like that. Whoa, it just got dark in here. Whoa. Can you see that flame? Whoa. There we go. Can this really film in no light? No way. Wow, that's impressive. Okay. Very cool. So I do like this. Go ahead and blow that out. And that's all the testing that we are going to do tonight. Maybe later on this week we'll do some more testing. Again, oh, let me turn on the light. Again, this is Coach Bill 305, and I do live videos all the time. And this coming weekend, if you guys are around, I recommend you, if you can get out later, like Friday night, I'm going to be taking, let me show you. I'm going to be going backpacking, and I'm going to be taking this right here. This is the Starlink Mini, and we're going to climb to the top of a mountain and do some backpacking over the weekend. And I got a whole little system that I do so I can actually hike with this. I wrap this up in Cuban fiber, putting some foam pads on it. I'll have to do like a nice little review on this as well. But we're going to be going backpacking, and I hope that you guys can all join us while we're out there backpacking. It's going to be fun. We're going to do it Friday night, okay? Friday night. I don't know what time, because, again, we're going to be hiking, and we never know when we're going to stop backpacking, okay? Hopefully we can find a good spot where we actually have some nice views and stuff, and we can, I don't know, go live, enjoy maybe some cup of coffee, some tea, make some dinner. I can show you how, like, I set up my tent and stuff. But that's all going to be happening Friday night. So I highly recommend y'all like try to get on Friday night so you can actually see how it is to actually go backpacking out in the middle of the woods. It's a lot more difficult than the videos that I typically make where I'm like, hey, watch this. And I set up my tent, and then I put like a little time lapse on it to make it go like really fast. Everything takes a lot more time, but you'll be able to see it in real speed because this will be live, and it's going to be happening Friday night. And hopefully I can get up to the mountains like by like 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock. So when I'm out there backpacking, I can stop and you can actually get to see an ideally trip that I typically do. But if you guys have any questions, leave the comments down below. I do answer all the comments. There's not a single comment that I don't. Even if you guys say, Coach Bill 305, you suck, I'll go ahead and still give you a thumbs up, okay? Because I appreciate the support. That was a lot talking. And thanks again, everyone. We just checked out some alcohol stoves. It's getting late for me. I gotta wake up early in the morning. Yes, I do have a normal job, just like probably you all, okay? It's about 9:15. It's getting late for me. But we're going to be doing videos, live videos. So hit that that subscribe button, comments, and maybe, yeah, I can like show you something new. Coach Bill 305. I'm out of here. Thank you.